Hi everyone, and welcome back to Queen G's Recipes. And today we are going to be making a delicious batch of brownies, which are my buttermilk brownies, and we will also be making a delicious buttermilk frosting. But for now, I'm just going to go over the ingredients that we will be needing for our brownie batter. And then when the time comes to frost our brownies, I will show you the ingredients that we will need then. So for now, let's go over the ingredients we are going to be needing for these delicious brownies. So here we have some buttermilk, some water, some flour, some baking soda and salt, sugar, unsweetened cocoa powder, butter softened at room temperature, important that it's at room temperature, some eggs, vanilla extract, and a small amount of instant coffee. If you have instant espresso powder, you can use that as well. Either or will work fine. So you also want to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and you also want to have a 9 by 13 inch baking pan that has been greased and lined with some parchment paper. And that's about it. So let's move on to making our brownies. Okay, so now into a saucepan over medium heat, we are going to add in our water, unsweetened cocoa powder, and our butter. Now, if your butter isn't at room temperature, it's okay, you can still add it in. I just find that it melts so much easier and faster when it's at room temperature. So now we are going to place these ingredients into our saucepan, place it over medium heat, and then continuously stir. Okay, so my mixture here has come up to a boil. So now I'm just going to turn off my stovetop and I'm going to set it aside for about a minute or two, and then we will work on the next step. Okay, so into a mixing bowl, we are going to add in our sugar, and we are going to add in our flour, baking soda, and salt. And we are going to give these a good whisk, and then we will add in our melted chocolate mixture, and we will mix again just until everything is well combined and you no longer see any dry ingredients. Okay, so now we are ready to add in our buttermilk, eggs, vanilla extract, and our instant coffee. But the first thing we are going to do is add in our coffee into the vanilla and give it a quick little stir, and it will dissolve here. So now we will add in all of our remaining ingredients, give it another mix until everything is just combined, and then we will be ready to place it into our prepared baking pan. Okay, so now we will place our brownie batter here into the oven, into our preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for around 35 minutes or so. I will let you know what they look like when they're done and how long mine were in the oven for. Okay, so my brownies were in the oven for exactly 35 minutes. Now we are going to allow them to cool completely before frosting them, but in the meantime, we are going to work on our frosting. Okay, so now it's time to start working on our frosting. Now what we are going to place into a small saucepan is some butter, unsweetened cocoa powder, and some buttermilk. And then after that, I will show you the final two ingredients that we will be adding in and what we will be doing then. Now I have my brownies, which are cooling at room temperature now. They were in the oven for exactly 35 minutes. So that's that. And we need to allow them to completely cool. So in the meantime, I'm going to add in my butter. I'm going to add in my unsweetened cocoa powder. And I'm going to add in my buttermilk as well. Now we will place our stovetop over medium heat and continuously stirring so your mixture doesn't burn. Okay, so into a nice clean bowl here, we are going to add in our buttermilk and chocolate mixture that we had in a saucepan. Now you want to make sure that you just allow it to melt the butter and become a consistent mixture. So you don't want to allow it to come up to a boil or else the buttermilk will split. So that's that. Now I'm going to pour my chocolate mixture into the bowl. We are going to add in some icing sugar, and we are also going to add in some vanilla extract, and then we are going to whisk until we have a nice creamy mixture. Okay, so our frosting looks amazing. I just wanted to show you here. The consistency is perfect. Now I did whisk it probably for about 3 minutes on medium-high speed. And now what I'm going to do is just allow this to come up to our room temperature as well. And our brownies are pretty much at room temperature. It is very important that you don't frost anything until everything is cooled. So just leave it on your counter and allow it to cool on its own, and then spread your cooled frosting as well because it's still a little bit warm. So we'll do that, and then we will frost them, and then we will be ready to try them. Okay, so my brownies are completely frosted. As I mentioned, make sure everything is cool. Now, just one important tip, just make sure that you make your frosting just about the right time. So you want to make sure that you're making it close to the time that you are ready to frost your brownies, because the frosting will start to firm up very quickly. So if that happens and you notice that you're spreading it and it's a little bit firm, what you can do is take a piece of parchment paper, a piece of nice clean parchment paper, and gently lay it flat here on your frosting and just smooth it out with your hands, and it will become nice and smooth. Okay, so if that happens, it's not a problem at all, and you can just do that process, and it literally takes a couple of minutes and it will come out nice and smooth. And now I'm just going to remove these out of the pan, and we are going to slice them and definitely try them. These are wonderful, they're delicious, they're cakey. These are definitely not a chewy brownie. They are so soft on the inside. They are perfection. The frosting is just perfect, it's wonderful. Everything is just on the right levels. And I really hope you guys give this one a try. You are going to love it. And that's about it. Pretty simple to put together, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a nice big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload a new and delicious recipe. Share the recipe with your family and friends, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. The links will be in the description box below along with the recipe. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye everyone.